We're going to talk about the Megan Thee Stallion situation because it's basically everything has come to a head and a basically semi-conclusion since her being shot. Okay, I know a lot of you guys know about that. Allegedly, she was hanging out with rapper Tory Lanez at Kylie Jenner's house party, and they got in a car. An altercation allegedly ensued, and it led to Tory Lanez allegedly, I'm going to keep saying allegedly, all right, shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot, and she basically was taken to the hospital. Okay, at first they were saying she had glass in her foot, Tory was arrested for gun possession, blah blah blah, but then eventually it came out that she was shot because Megan went on Instagram and said that she was shot, and basically she was a victim, and someone was actually trying to harm her, and it set the entire internet ablaze. Now, okay, after a couple of weeks, you know, Megan had the chance to heal. A lot of speculation was being put out by these blogs and podcasts and everything else. People allegedly having sources and giving out a bunch of tea that hasn't yet been confirmed, okay? And Megan never actually spoke fully up about it. She basically just said that she felt like black women are unprotected and a slew of other things, okay? Along with that, all these other celebrities, jerks like 50 Cent was making jokes about her. Goofies like Draya Michelle, who just lost her freaking endorsement with Rihanna's brand Savage Fenty, decided to make jokes about the situation, and it's just been a bunch of crap going on around the whole thing. And then of course Adam22 decided to put his 2 cents in and say that the real reason that this whole thing happened with Tory was because Megan, I don't know, probably laid hands on him or some other crazy stuff. Well, Megan finally silenced everybody when she went on Instagram and flat out just said, listen, I was shot in both of my feet. I didn't deserve what happened to me. You know, she tried to express, you know, she was teary-eyed. You know, she expressed the fact that she has lost both of her parents. She's only 25 in the music industry by herself. She's basically admitting that she's hanging around with the wrong people. You know, she's hung around with the wrong people. And this happened to be the end results of her hanging out with the wrong people. And she's just grateful to God. And she felt like her parents was watching over her. That luckily she didn't have any broken tendons. It didn't hit a major artery or a vein or anything like that. And she was able to get through this situation. Now, people are still speculating, will, you know, Tory Lanez be convicted? Now, you know, we know that he's in trouble for gun possession. People have even made petitions trying to get this man shipped back to Canada. Because most of you guys who don't know, Tory Lanez isn't from the United States. He's actually from Canada. I think he's from like Toronto. And he already had a lot of other criminal cases pending. And this is basically like the icing on the cake. So a lot of people that are, you know, what is her fans name? Whatever. Megan Thee Stallion fans or whatever. And a lot of other people have been signing a petition trying to get this dude shipped up out of here, because it's just like, dude, what you did was not cool. You know what I mean? You out here shooting women in the foot allegedly because, you know, I don't know. Whatever the argument was, whether she didn't want to be with you, whether she caught you cheating or whatever the situation is, you are a punk, and any man that would even lay a hand on a woman is a punk. But the fact that you would possibly, you know, risk her life by shooting her in her feet or wherever, just shooting her, period, you are just like literally the scum of the earth, and you need to go back to wherever you've been, you know what I'm saying, where you're from, and get your mind right, bro, because it's just like, it's just real tacky. But anyway, yeah, so she basically came on and basically was saying that, you know, she was just very sad about the entire situation, emotional, and she also said that she was not trying to protect him or protect anybody, you know what I'm saying, but she still can't say certain things. Now, what I get from it is it possibly, it is a legal matter, so maybe her lawyers or attorneys is telling Megan that, hey, you can't say certain things because this situation is going to go to court or whatever, and that's how it is sometimes. Like, you can't say certain things in front of everybody while there's an pending investigation, or you have an attorney, you have legal representation. There's certain things that you can't say on the web. So she is going to continue to go around the question if she's actually possibly pursuing charges. You know, it's either that or she just feel like, you know, I'm supposed to protect or just not snitch, which would to me wouldn't make sense. I mean, he could have killed her, and you know, that's when the don't snitch stuff goes out the window. Like, you're shooting this beautiful black woman, this pop superstar, over basically nothing. You know, you could have possibly, the bullet could have ricocheted, could have went the wrong way, could have killed her. And you know, I just hope that you know, everyone that was involved in the situation, you know, justice is brought, you know, the charges is brought to them, and justice is served, because she didn't deserve this. I don't care what the story is. I don't care whatever, because I feel like even with these bloggers out here talking, which would be one of them, me being one of them and stuff like that, a lot of them is just trying to make it seem like what Tory Lanez did was justifiable, you know, trying to make out weird stories like, oh, she's bigger than him, this and this. Like, what generation, like what is going on with this generation, like, for real? Like, and it's just like, it really just bothered me. But I am glad that she was able to come on and say what she needs to say. And if you guys haven't seen the full video, I do got the full video on my channel. You can just click below, whatever, go through my entire spread right there, videos, and you'll see her basically like right under this video. So you can see exactly what Megan Thee Stallion had to say. But I'm happy that she's okay. I'm happy that she can still walk. She might probably have a couple of scars, but besides that, we're glad that she still be able to function and, you know, do what she likes to do, which is dance and perform and do what she likes to do. Now, going off of that, let's talk about Draya from Basketball Wives losing her endorsement with Savage Fenty. Now, you know, Draya Michelle from Basketball Wives decided she wanted to make a joke or a mockery of Megan Thee Stallion, okay? And we're gonna have to talk about Jess Hilarious too, trying to make a mockery. I don't know what's going on with these females. Like, what's up with these black females out here, right? Like, we already have it rough as it is, just being black and women, and just being black and being female is just enough, okay? And it's like, I could see a few of the black dudes or just people in general, men not understanding or making a joke out of it. But when you're seeing fellow black females or, you know, women of color making jokes about a domestic violence situation, or any woman making a joke about a domestic violence situation, it just made me wonder, like, what is wrong? Like, what makes you tick? Like, are you sick? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, ain't nothing funny about this. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to talking about Draya. So Draya basically got fired. Rihanna said, you fired. Pulled the rug from underneath her. She's not endorsing the brand anymore. Savage Fenty had unfollowed her. Draya had unfollowed Savage Fenty. She put up some weird, some weird Instagram tweet trying to make a joke about it. I mean, like, basically made a weird Instagram tweet about it, trying to make a light, I guess, trying to make a light of the situation, basically talking about some new opportunities coming or whatever. You know, but it's just like, you could tell that she probably felt like a oopsie, because she did try to backtrack what she said and try to, you know, do damage control before she actually got fired, but she did end up losing her endorsement deal. So it's just like, you know, this is a lesson for a lot of people that's out there that's famous. You got to watch the things that you say. You know, you got to watch the things that you say, how you say it, and especially in sensitive times like these, and regarding sensitive subjects such as domestic violence and things of that nature. Like, there's nothing to joke about when it comes to a woman being shot by her partner, or any domestic violence situation in general that could lead to somebody losing their life, or, you know, just being, you know, permanently injured and having their entire life altered because someone else can't control their temper. And then that leads from me talking about Jess Hilarious. Now, I watch her short videos that's on IG. You know, I can appreciate a laugh or two from this chick, but it's like she tried to put together a skit about the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion incident. But to me, it wasn't even funny. Now, scratch all the insensitiveness, right? Because, like, me, I'm going to give it to the equal. Like, I already called out 50 Cent. Let me be clear. I'm not saying these things just because they're females. Because a lot of people, they only give it to the females and they don't give it to the men that do dumb stuff. 50 Cent is still a scumbag to me. Even though he apologized to Megan Thee Stallion the other day after she did the video, he's still a scumbag. Because, like, yeah, that's just what it is. But, like, Just Hilarious, I just didn't see the hilariousness of that video. It wasn't funny. Like, she put up a video on Instagram. I think the video is still up. And, you know, she's trying to make a joke out of it, basically trying to do like some unsolved mysteries, like, oh, this is what happened. This is how the person shot, and this, and this. But, like, it wasn't even the fact that she was making light of a domestic violence situation. It's just the fact that it just wasn't funny. Like, if you're going to try to take on something like that where you're going to cause all this controversy, make it funny. Make me laugh. Make me fall on my ass. You know what I'm saying? To me, it just wasn't hilarious. Like, to me, she missed the mark on that. I don't know where she was going with that, but that was a bad subject. Like, I mean, that was a bad subject to try to make funny. And the fact that it's already a video of Megan out floating around of her basically crying about being shot, and then you also just like add on to the injury by like throwing out this video of you trying to make a joke about the crime. It's just like, I mean, damn. Could you wait at least like maybe 6 months to a year after everything done cooled over? I don't know. Like, but the video just wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. You know what I mean? And I don't know what's going on with this domestic violence culture. A lot of stuff is coming forward in regards to just black women in general dealing with domestic violence. And, you know, all of the theatrics aside, you know, it's very much elephant in a room in the black community in regards to black women dealing with domestic violence at the hands of their male partners. And, you know, oftentimes it's swept under the rug, you know, and it has to do with our culture. Like, we have a no snitch culture. We have a thing where we try to protect the men because of the police brutality and things like that goes on. So a lot of this stuff goes unreported until the male decides to actually kill the female, and then it's on the news and everything else. You know what I mean? So this stuff is really serious, and it really doesn't discriminate no matter how famous or rich a female may be. It might actually be worse for them, because a lot of times they end up dating men that's beneath them with low self-esteem, that leads them to do even more scumbaggish stuff, like choking them out on national TV. Now let's talk about Tahiri, and I'm talking about that, okay? Her boyfriend or whatever, Vadu. I was just disgusted to see this on Marriage Boot Camp, and it's not on WeTV too. Like, I hate the WeTV network, okay? Like, WeTV needs to be called Trash TV, because they're all, I believe it is WeTV that plays the show. They're always putting up shows and stuff like that that basically makes black people look like clowns and look like stupid idiots. And, you know, it's just really messed up watching the clip of Tahiri with her boyfriend, because a lot of them on Marriage Boot Camp ain't even married, so that's even more embarrassing when you got all these black people together, and you know that our marriage rate is like probably like 20%, and you got all of the people that's supposed to be married but they're not really married, and then on top of that you're going to show the man that's in a relationship, this black man with this woman that's in a relationship, choking this black woman out on TV. It's just like, it's just really just bothers me. And like, you know, I seen the clip on the Shade Room or whatever, and I was sitting there looking like, what in the hell? The thing that made me cringe even more seeing him like try to choke her out was the fact that all of these men were in the room watching this man just jump on this female like he was about to like choke the life, like he wanted to choke the life out of this woman, okay? And not one of them stood up to be like, yo, chill out, until the doctor came in and yanked him out. I'm just like, have men become this punk? Like, is it really, like, are black women or just, you know, women of color in general really this unprotected? You know what I mean? When did this become okay? You know, because I personally was raised to believe that if a male is attacking a female and there are several other males there, they're supposed to pull that man off of that female or whoop his ass or something, because she literally was talking about it, expressing her feelings towards this dude, you know, whether it be good or bad, but his action did not match what she was saying, and it was just unjustifiable. And you know Tahiri decided to go on social media and put a post on it discussing the situation. You know, she kind of like tried to belittle the whole situation to me with what she said. And you know, it's sad. It's real sad that so many women are out here getting used to being abused, and it's just like, you know, she basically was saying that she's on camera for, you know, she has to take the good, the bad with her living and being a reality TV star. But baby, that's embarrassing. And it's not only embarrassing for Tahiri, but that man, or whatever you want to call him, the dude that did that, he should be ashamed of himself. Like, dude, you need some help, like, for real. And at your age, I'm pretty sure you got to be like 30 something, almost 40 something. There should be not one thing a woman can really say to have you jump up and really about to choke the life out of her. And it's supposed to be your girlfriend, your fiance, whatever you are. Like, it's just like the disrespect is just utter ugh. All right, and I'm just, me personally, I'm just tired of seeing it. It's just like, dude, like, you know, come on now. Like, come on. Like, we got to do better, like, for real, for real. And, you know, all the women that's out there that's in domestic violence situation, I know that's tough. You know, sometimes you get stuck for finances, but these are people that have the wealth and the means to be able to take care of themselves and get out of the situation. So if you do have that, get out, man. Get out, because you never know, like that one blow might be the blow that kills you. You know, that one temper flare up might be the one thing that makes him decide to get a gun or a knife and kill you, stab you, shoot you. You know what I'm saying? Just do some more off the wall stuff and have your children running around with no mommy because they ain't got no temper. You know what I mean? Because of their temper. They can't control their temper. You know what I'm saying? So it just like, that whole thing just set me back, and it just made me sit there and think like, bro, like, are you kidding me? I bet you remember. 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 Do you remember when we fell in love? We were young and innocent then.